Hello everyone, it is Jebro, and today we're talking Mr. Negative because there's too much blob in my life right now, and I was like, everyone's playing this, and I just can't. I can't play the deck, which is fun for everyone. So I've decided what I'm going to stop doing is I'm going to stop making decks with the brand new card out of the week, and I'm going to play some different decks and just have fun with it. That's what I've been doing. So what I did this week was I did a fun thing. I was like, I don't really play Mr. Negative that much. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciate it. Really helps the algorithm, helps the channel get found. We're almost at 40 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you being here, being subbed. Legends. Hit that alert bell thing as well. Helps. 2 videos a week we're going for at the moment. We've been pretty damn consistent over the months. I was like, I want Mr. Negative. I never played Jubilee. And then I was like, I love Arnim Zola. And then this came together. Now, this is pretty much the meta. Other than Jubilee, other than White Tiger, mostly it is, well, White Tiger is in there as well. So I found another build on Marvel Snap Zone, Snap Fan as well with Ravonna, because Ravonna is really, really good for this deck, because let's just double check. Your cards with 1 or less power cost 1 less. Okay, so look how many cards that have 1 or less power there. And of course, here we go. You can pull those cards out earlier. So Ravonna could be a replacement for Jubilee and White Tiger, pulling them out and putting Ravonna in, and then putting also maybe even Jane Foster 4 in, so that you can pull those cards or draw those cards that are energy. Let's go and just double check. Okay, I just want to double check the wording on that. Draw all cards that cost 0 from your deck. So the 0 energy cards coming from Mr. Negative, not power, energy, which is what I meant before. So 2 really good solid changes that may just be better, but I've been having fun with Jubilee, and if I don't get Mr. Negative, Jane Foster is going to be a complete waste of time. Just going to be a complete waste of time, and won't be useful. So that's kind of why I've put Jubilee in that. Now, maybe if you got 4 in there, maybe that'd be worth. But like at the end of the day, I actually just kind of having fun with this, and I climbed up to 83 from 70 something with this deck. So I've been having fun with it. It's been a good time. Let's go over the deck very quickly as well. Let's just delete that and tell you exactly some of the little combinations and fun stuff you can do. So Zabu obviously is going to make your forecast cards cost 1 less. Don't forget, you've got a few of them. You got 3 of them because you want to get those out pretty early as well if you possibly can. And if you have a Zabu, you can also use Mystique to get those cards even cheaper. The thing is, you probably don't really need to. You want to really save your Mystiques for the Wong, the Iron Man, or even the Null, because that Mystique works very well off it. And you're probably thinking, like, Null, really? Well, Arnim Zola is going to destroy stuff. And obviously, if you're versus destroy deck, Null is going to be great anyway. There's some really nice combinations in there. Ironheart, don't forget, +2 to your other cards. If you've got just 1 Ironheart on an Iron Man, and other low cards, you can really pump up that power to like 10 plus easy, just because you put a couple of power and extra cards with Ironheart. Again, Ironheart on top of Wong means you're going to get twice the amount of power. So you're going to be getting 12 power out of this card if you pop it onto a Wong. Really wicked. Magic is going to really extend the length of the game so you can get these cards out, because more often than not, you're really putting out cards earliest turn 3 half the time. Zabu rarely comes out that early, and if you do, really, you're in a good spot. You're almost snapping straight away, especially if you've got Zabu and you can see things like, Black Panther and Arnim Zola in your deck. I would almost snap immediately, depending on the other locations, of course. Let's keep going. So Magic's going to extend the game longer. Mr. Negative is obviously that big main card of the deck. It's going to swap the power and the cost of all cards in your deck. Not in your hand, but in your deck. So don't forget that's what it does. So depending on whether or not you've got those cards in your hand or in your deck still. So for example, you've got Arnim Zola, you've got Null, and you've got Iron Man. And like these big cards where, you know, it's a 0 or a 1, is it going to be worth using Mr. Negative? Not all the time. And these decks are always going to be the best when they're versatile without the big card as well, like where you can still kind of cope, and you can because you got things like Black Panther, because the Wong, Black Panther, and Arnim Zola combo are going to give you big power on your lanes. Especially if you use Arnim Zola on the last go and you've got priority, you can always more often than not dodge a Shang-Chi that might be coming into your Black Panther, because your Black Panther is going to be a 16 on top of a Wong, because a reveal is going to be double power. It's going to be to 8, and then it's going to be to 16 on the Wong if you just put one Wong with the Black Panther. You could also go Wong, Mystique, Black Panther, then Arnim Zola. Even better. If you've got nothing out there at all, you can go for all of those if possible. Okay, and that's if you stretch to a 3rd, 7th turn. So you've gone Magic, then you go Wong, then you go 5th go Mystique, then you go Black Panther, Arnim Zola. Really sick, really lovely. It's it goes to be so much power. I had some 1000 Black Panther power games the other day, and I just hate going versus this as well. And I was like, why do I keep getting beaten by this? I was like, don't have Shang-Chi, didn't have any Cosmos. Then I started running Cosmo, and I was like, I'm just gonna play this deck. And it is just really genuinely very fun to just plant these deck cards in multiple different places. I've had a lot of fun with this. Also, let's keep going. Jubilee as well. Add the top card of your deck to this location. So if you haven't got Mr. Negative out, and he's not in your hand, maybe you want to pull out a Jubilee, might pull it out by accident. Of course, you may get something else as well. So really, Jubilee is purely dependent on what you want to grab. I also like Jubilee because if you've got those you've got those locations where it destroys the first card, or it's like, you know, 25% chance that you're going to lose the card, etc., you're going to gain an extra little bit of luck, because that card doesn't really get played, it gets added. So because you're adding it, it's not going to get destroyed, which is even better. And you can fill up some nice locations with that, especially even if it's a Wong. Yeah, sure, that's not going to be the best, but you know, it might be a Null, for example. It might be it might even just be a Zabu, to be fair. But maybe that will help you. Just those couple of power sometimes is all the difference you need. What else? An Iron Man. If you can get Iron Man, by the way, this variant is sick. If you can get Midnight Suns variant, ooh. If you can get a Mystique after an Iron Man, beautiful. And especially if you can get a free Iron Man from Mr. Negative, it's 0. So you've got so many cards which can cost hardly any energy at all. You've got Arnim Zola, you've got White Tiger, you've got Iron Man, you've got Wong, which is 2, you got Jubilee, which is 1, you got Mr. Negative, which is like nothing, and you've got Mystique, Ironheart. This is why Mr. Negative is so good, and you can probably come up with a bunch of fun other decks as well with this, really do. And I really want to try and think of some other stuff, but this is probably one of the most powerful ones out there right now, which is my little version, but you know, probably maybe that's not the best version. There's things like what have other people made? There's Marvel Snap Fan, Marvel Snap Zone. Let's have a look at the Negative, Mr. Negative decks. This one, I mean, you know, there's a Mr. Negative deck here with like things like Brood in it, and then Silver Surf, so you can have those cards which are like 2 cost and make them 3 cost and make them 2 cost, like Brood, etc., and then you just chuck out big Iron Mans and also things like, again, Ironheart, etc. Solid. I think I prefer this version. There's many versions with just Wong and White Tiger and then Wolfsbane, things like that. Not bad as well, but those are big performing ones. This one isn't really big up there. Again, you know, there's Mr. Negative with Elioth, which is, you know, pretty boring. God, I hate that card so much. But that's just a personal opinion. Okay, we're gonna play a couple of games, but again, you know, when you hit an Arnim Zola, or you want to be using Arnim Zola pretty much just on Black Panther, who's hopefully on top of Wong. That's a winning combination. You can pop it on a Null as well if you've had some big destruction in the game. If you can get big power across 3 locations, more often than not, you're able to, and you're going to pull out a win. More often than not. White Tiger again on top of a Wong. On top of a Wong with already a Mystique on top of it, you're going to pull out a bunch of White Tigers, because every time it's add 8 power Tiger to another location. 1, 2. Oh my god. It's too good. It's too good. There's a lot coming out from this. There's a lot of White Tigers all over the place. And then you pump those up Reinhardt, you've got Iron Mans. Oh, there's so many different combinations. That's why I like this build. I would say, again, White Tiger and also Jubilee are the big ones you can probably pull out, depending on what you want to go for. It could be Jane Foster. It could be Ravonna. It could be, which I just got her actually. So I just got her from this week's Cash. It could be a bunch of stuff, honestly. It could even be Wolfsbane. It could be Silver Surfer if you really wanted to. I mean, no, I wouldn't pop Silver Surfer out there, honestly. The Silver Surfer option is really weird. I'm not sure. Someone's got a really good win rate on that actually as well. I don't get that. I feel like that might be played at a lower tier. Anyway, but yeah, this I think you will have a lot of fun. Psylocke is one of those ones, and you can get the extra energy out quite early as well. People put things like Darkhawk in there as well with a Rock Slide, because obviously Darkhawk's going to be a 0-4 cost. But with Blob at the moment, probably not the best card to run with, because Blob is obviously, you know, eating all the cards in their deck, and at the moment you're going versus people 50% of the time they're probably playing Blob at least. So let's have a couple of games. It's just at the lower. Oh, I've got a gold conquest in progress right now. Do I do that? I don't know if I'd rather just play ranked. I'd rather just play ranked. Let's not play the Blob test. The Blob test is testy. But I'm just having fun with this. And my max rank has been like 96, 97. I've never hit infinite. And if I can hit infinite with Mr. Negative, this, it will be awesome. And obviously, I think with me, I really do pay more attention when something I feel more interested in the build itself, and it's more fun and there's more versatility to it than if I'm just kind of playing the meta and I'm climbing. I can be very complacent, very bored, and I don't tend to read things, and I tend to scare over things a lot, which is what I do because I can lose interest quite quickly. So sometimes I can just be like, oh god, I forget that I could have done something else on the actual turns that I'm playing as well. So, you know, be careful. Okay, so we've got Collector. So we're probably versus Loki as well, which is, yeah, going to be a bit of a pain in the bottom. But that's okay. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Unless we change it. And we could. We could do that. 5. I think what we're gonna do is we are gonna change that location at the last second. I think they're already gonna change the location anyway. We don't want to intentionally give this to them. They are very confident, aren't they? The thing is, I'm concerned that they're going to pull out something in particular. I'm going to do this first. I wonder if they're going to go, oh, Thanos, okay, interesting. Ready? Ready? Interesting. So what we're gonna have to do, oh god, I don't have what I was hoping for. Now we could pull Jubilee out and see what happens. See if we get Magic. Because if we go on Zola here, we're not going to have a good time. Do we put White Tiger over on this one as well? I don't know. Or we could put Jubilee on the left. Let's do that. Let's just see what happens. They may even do it on the middle. I think they will. Iron Man, that wasn't the worst decision in the world. Oh yeah, that's not great. Well, they're already losing that location. See, if we put this here. I think this is going to be okay. Maybe. Unless they change the middle location. I think we've lost this. It's okay. It's okay if we do. I'm hoping that White Tiger goes to the left. They change the middle, they're going to have to change the middle location, so they would have to use a storm, they'd have to use... Boom. They messed up. Unfortunately, they put that collector out on a lane where she didn't, on a location where she didn't know what to do. And that Cosmo did not make me think, oh, I'm just going to go for it. So I'm kind of glad they gave me that Cosmo there, in all honesty. That really helped. So the climb continues and we got 2 cubes. And we are currently almost at the highest we've been this season with Mr. Negative, which is a deck we have barely got any experience with. And the good thing is that most of the expectation when there's a brand new card that's come out is that people are going to be running that card in their decks most of the time. So people build versus that. I do not see Cosmo much at the moment, hardly at all. But the Cosmo is coming out because of things like Blob, etc. But it only shuts down a lane, so you're going to ship Cosmo out over the top of a Wong, so that's going to suck. But there is other ways you can win, because you don't. If you've already got your Wong out with the, sounds so bad. If you've already got your Wong, if you've got Wong out, I can't stop. With Black Panther already on top of it, all they can do. If they put Cosmo on it, then it's pretty much safe anyway. So you've already probably won that lane, and then you need to just bump that up, and you could possibly do that with an Iron Man and a Mystique as well. Now this could be slightly irritating. Oh, okay, good. Phew. Because they could be just running something really boring, like Hela, probably. Which would be very unfun. And if they just pile on the cards here, we may just retreat. But if we can get a solid Wong out with everything else, that'd be sick. Oh dear. That's very unfortunate. This is not going our way. Yeah, so they're running a discard deck big time. Okay. And I should have used magic on the middle location. Kind of sad about that now. We did lose Wong as well, so we have lost some big things right now. We're just gonna keep rolling. See how we go. Do get a Black Panther there. Okay. Okay, we'll risk it. Let's see what they've got there. Dracula is going to be bad as well. Yeah, look, we got a big blade. I've lost some big cards, which are really going to be helpful here. And that Apocalypse is getting pretty beefy, and we still don't have Arnim Zola. So what I'm going to do is gonna retreat because it's not worth it. Because we lost a pretty big card there, and I've kind of messed up in my placement. I don't have Arnim Zola, even it could have come out in the last go, but I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna take it easy. Right, we'll play one more. This is just for a little bit of extra gameplay to give you an idea and a taster of the deck. Again, I'm a pretty average Marble Snap player. You probably do better than me. And yeah, that's really good. It's a really good name there. Solid. A huge name. Oh god, makes you really want to win against people like this who are probably actual children, and that's okay. It's all good. Makes you even want to win even more focus. Wow. Maybe they're AFK. No, they're playing. Are they playing that game? Really? Oh dear. Not gonna be good for us at all. Ooh, turn 4. End of the game. Now we really want. Not good for them either, apparently. Shall we big that up? Oh, there are other cards I really want to get different versions of. I don't play White Tiger that much either. Okay, well, I am obviously right now. I want a variant for White Tiger though. Oh man, that guy's. I'd feel bad if I went again. What? Is that the highlight location? Oh no. Alright, we will definitely not. Actually, this could be fine. Oh, Carnage, nice. Okay. That's not too shabby. Depending on what comes out next, cards of no abilities. Now I could pop that out. Nah, I kind of want to see what happens with this. Give me something good, go on. Oh yes, go on side. Oh, that's sick. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't really have anything big here. Oh, they retreated. Oh my god. Yeah, they didn't have anything else because they'd have to pop out like Venom on the middle to get any value. A free cost card there. They just know I'd go on the right. Oh wow, Jubilee really won it there, especially with the Zabu as well. Really nice. Again, you know, we won 2 of those games with TV. There we go, people. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you before. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciate it. Have fun with this deck. I'm going to see if I can climb to Infinite with Mr. Negative and his friends. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.